Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Everyday English with Johnny. I'm your host, Johnny, and I'm absolutely thrilled to be joined by my fantastic co-host, Rose.
Hey, Johnny. Hey, listeners. We're so excited to have you all here today. If you've ever struggled with thinking in English or found yourself stuck translating every word in your head, this episode is made just for you.
That's right. Imagine this. You're in a conversation trying to respond, but your brain is doing mental backflips, translating from your native language to English. It's exhausting, and by the time you're ready to speak, the moment's passed. Sound familiar?
Oh, it's such a common challenge. So many English learners hit this wall. They think in their native language first, then try to cobble together an English sentence. It slows you down and makes fluency feel like a far-off goal.
But here's the great news. You can train your brain to think directly in English just like a native speaker. In today's episode, we're diving deep into how to make that happen with practical, actionable strategies to transform the way you process English.
And let me tell you, once you start thinking in English, it's a total game changer. Speaking becomes smoother, listening feels effortless, writing flows naturally, and your confidence gets a massive boost.
So whether you're just starting out or an advanced learner looking to break free from translation and think in English like a pro, stick with us. We've got a wealth of techniques, exercises, and mindset shifts to share. Let's get started. All right, Rose, let's kick things off with the big question. Why is thinking in English so critical for learners?
Great question, Johnny. The truth is, if you're always thinking in your native language and translating into English, you're creating a huge barrier to fluency. It's like trying to run a marathon with weights strapped to your legs.
Exactly. Translation causes this mental lag. Your brain has to form a sentence in your native language, then scramble to find the right English words, and sometimes the translation doesn't even make sense.
Oh, absolutely. For example, in some languages, people might say something like, I have hunger, when they mean, I'm hungry. A word-for-word translation just sounds off in English because the phrasing or structure doesn't match.
That's such a great point. Thinking in English lets you skip that awkward translation step and form sentences the way native speakers do, naturally and instinctively.
And let's talk about confidence. When you think in English, words and ideas come to you faster, so you're not stuck pausing awkwardly in conversations. You feel empowered to express yourself without hesitation.
Yes, those long, cringe-worthy silences while you mentally translate, history. You'll respond smoothly and keep the conversation flowing.
Another huge perk is how it boosts your listening skills. When your brain is already in English mode, you process conversations, podcasts, or movies faster because you're not translating every word in your head.
That's so true. I remember when I started thinking in English more, watching TV shows without subtitles became so much easier. I was catching phrases and understanding context without even trying.
And don't get me started on pronunciation. When you think in English, you internalize the rhythm and sounds of the language. You start hearing words in your head the way native speakers say them, which makes your accent clearer and more natural.
Plus, it helps with writing too. When your thoughts are already in English, your emails, essays, or even social media posts come out more polished and authentic.
Let's sum it up. Thinking in English makes you speak faster and more naturally, boosts your confidence, sharpens your listening skills, improves your pronunciation, and enhances your writing. It's like unlocking the full power of your English skills.
And the best part? Anyone can learn to do this. You don't need to be a language prodigy. It's all about training your brain with the right habits. But before we get to the how, let's talk about what's holding people back.
Absolutely, Johnny. A lot of learners don't realize they're making mistakes that keep them trapped in translation mode. Once you spot and fix these, your fluency will take off.
Let's start with the biggest offender, relying too much on translation. If you're always forming sentences in your native language and then translating them, your brain never learns to think directly in English.
It's like leaning on a crutch forever. Picture trying to ride a bike while clinging to training wheels. You'll never gain the confidence to ride freely. Translation might feel comfortable, but it's keeping you from true fluency.
Another common mistake? Obsessing over grammar. So many learners try to craft perfect sentences in their heads before speaking, but that overthinking brings everything to a screeching halt.
Oh, yes, grammar matters, but native speakers don't sit there analyzing verb conjugations or sentence structures while they talk. They just say what feels right, and you need to give yourself that same permission.
And here's a fun fact. Even native speakers slip up on grammar sometimes. Nobody's perfect, so don't let the fear of a misplaced verb stop you from expressing yourself.
Mistake number 3, the fear of making mistakes in general. Some learners are so scared of saying something wrong that they avoid thinking or speaking in English altogether.
But mistakes are your best teacher. Every time you stumble, you're learning what works and what doesn't. The more you practice thinking in English, the fewer mistakes you'll make over time. Fluency comes from action, not perfection.
So well said. Another major roadblock is not immersing yourself in English. If your daily life is filled with your native language, whether it's the music you listen to, the shows you watch, or the books you read, your brain will default to that language instead of English.
That's a huge one. If English is just something you study for an hour a week in a classroom, it's never going to feel natural. You need to make English a part of your everyday world, like a friend you hang out with all the time.
Let's recap these pitfalls. 1. Relying too much on translation. 2. Overthinking grammar while forming sentences. 3. Fear of making mistakes. 4. Not surrounding yourself enough with English.
If any of these sound like you, don't worry, we've all been there. The good news is we're about to share a roadmap to help you overcome these obstacles and start thinking in English like a pro. All right, Rose, this is the moment everyone's been waiting for. How do learners actually train their brain to think in English?
We've got 7 powerful, practical steps that anyone can start using today. These are designed to rewire your brain and make English your default mode of thinking.
Step 1, label your world in English.
This is such a fun and easy way to begin. Wherever you are, look around and name the objects you see in English. At home, think table, chair, lamp, coffee mug. Out for a walk, think tree, sky, car, sidewalk.
And don't stop at single words. Challenge yourself to describe what's happening, like, I'm sitting on a chair. The lamp is on. I'm drinking coffee. This builds a habit of connecting your daily life to English.
Step 2, become your own English conversation partner.
I love this one. Talk to yourself in English. It's one of the most effective ways to practice thinking in the language. Describe what you're doing, no matter how simple. I'm brushing my teeth. I'm choosing a shirt for work.
You can do this anywhere while cooking, driving, or even showering. The best part is there's zero pressure. No one's judging you, so you can experiment, make mistakes, and build confidence in private.
Step 3, switch to an English to English dictionary.
This is a total game changer. Instead of looking up words in a bilingual dictionary that translates to your native language, use an English to English dictionary. For example, if you don't know the word gorgeous, you'll see it defined as very beautiful or attractive.
This keeps your brain in English mode and helps you build a richer vocabulary by connecting new words to other English words, not translations. Apps like Merriam-Webster or Oxford Learner Dictionary are perfect for this. Step 4. Start with simple sentences.
Many learners overwhelm themselves by trying to think in complex sentences right away, like, I need to go to the supermarket because I ran out of ingredients for tonight's dinner. That's too much at first. Instead, think, I need food. I'll go shopping.
Simple sentences build your confidence and train your brain to form thoughts quickly. As you get comfortable, you'll naturally start thinking in longer, more detailed sentences.
Step 5. Create an English inner monologue.
This is where the magic happens. Turn your internal thoughts into an English dialogue. For example, if you're planning your day, think, okay, what's first? I'll have breakfast, then check my emails. Or ask yourself questions, do I need an umbrella today?
It's like narrating your life in English. Over time, this inner monologue becomes your brain's default, and thinking in English feels effortless.
Step 6. Immerse yourself in English every day.
The more English you surround yourself with, the more natural it becomes. Listen to English podcasts, watch movies or YouTube videos without subtitles, read news articles or books in English, anything that exposes you to the language.
Even small changes, like setting your phone or social media to English, can make a big difference. The goal is to make English a constant presence in your life, not just a subject you study.
Step 7. Practice thinking in English during dead time.
This is a sneaky but powerful one. Use moments when your mind is idle, like waiting in line, commuting, or doing chores, to practice thinking in English. For example, while standing at the bus stop, think, it's cold today. I see 3 cars. That dog is cute.
These little pockets of practice add up and train your brain to default to English, even when you're not actively studying.
Let's recap the 7 steps. 1. Label your world in English. 2. Talk to yourself in English. 3. Use an English to English dictionary. 4. Start with simple sentences. 5. Create an English inner monologue. 6. Immerse yourself in English every day. 7. Practice during dead time.
These steps are like building blocks. Start small, practice consistently, and soon you'll notice English thoughts popping into your head without effort.
We've got the steps, but to make thinking in English a permanent habit, you need to practice every day. Let's share some daily habits to keep the momentum going.
Habit 1. Bookend your day in English.
This is so powerful. When you wake up, spend a few minutes thinking about your day in English. It's Tuesday. I have a meeting at 9. I'll eat lunch at 1. Before bed, reflect on your day. Today was busy. I finished a project. Tomorrow, I'll relax.
This sets your brain in English mode at the start and end of each day, creating a strong foundation for thinking in English.
Habit 2. Commit to a no translation challenge for 30 minutes a day.
This is a fun one. For 30 minutes, ban yourself from translating. If you're thinking about dinner, don't form the thought in your native language first. Just go straight to English. I'm hungry. I want pasta.
It's tough at first, but even if you stumble, keep going. Those 30 minutes will train your brain to stay in English mode.
Habit 3. Narrate your actions out loud in English.
Take talking to yourself to the next level by saying things out loud. While cooking, say, I'm chopping vegetables. The soup smells amazing. While getting ready, say, I'm brushing my hair. I'll wear a blue shirt.
Hearing yourself speak reinforces the connection between thinking and speaking in English, and it's a great way to practice pronunciation too.
Habit 4. Use English during routine activities.
Turn everyday tasks like exercising, cleaning, or shopping into English practice. For example, while jogging, think, I'm running fast. The park is quiet. I feel strong. While shopping, think, I need apples. Where's the bread?
This makes English a natural part of your life, not just something you do during study time.
Habit 5. Keep a daily English journal.
Every evening, write a few sentences in English about your day, your feelings, or your goals. For example, today I learned a new word. I felt happy. Tomorrow I'll watch a movie. Don't stress about grammar. Just focus on expressing yourself.
This is also a great way to track your progress. After a few weeks, you'll be amazed at how much easier it is to write and think in English.
Let's recap these daily habits. 1. Bookend your day in English. 2. Do a 30-minute no translation challenge. 3. Narrate your actions out loud in English. 4. Use English during routine activities. 5. Keep a daily English journal.
These habits are small but mighty. If you stick with them, thinking in English will become second nature.
Now, let's get real. Building this habit isn't always smooth sailing. Learners will face challenges, but we've got solutions to keep you on track.
Challenge 1. Your brain keeps defaulting to your native language.
This is so common, especially at the beginning. The fix: start small and be patient. Focus on thinking in single words or short phrases first, like dog or I'm tired. Over time, your brain will shift to English more naturally.
Also, using an English-to-English dictionary and consuming more English media, like podcasts or books, helps reinforce English as your default.
Challenge 2. Getting stuck because you don't know a word.
This can be frustrating, but don't let it stop you. If you can't think of a word, describe it in simple English. For example, if you forget umbrella, think the thing that protects me from rain.
This keeps you thinking in English and builds your problem-solving skills. Plus, it's what native speakers do when they blank on a word.
Challenge 3. Feeling like you're not improving, which can sap your motivation.
Progress in language learning is sneaky. It happens slowly, and you might not notice day to day. The solution: track your wins. Record yourself speaking once a week. Reread your journal entries, or note how many new words you're thinking in English.
Seeing those small improvements will keep you motivated. Also, celebrate your efforts. Every time you think in English, you're strengthening that skill, even if it feels hard.
Challenge 4. Losing consistency because life gets busy.
We've all been there. The key is to integrate English into your routine so it doesn't feel like extra work. Use those dead time moments we mentioned, like waiting for the bus or brushing your teeth, to practice thinking in English.
And don't aim for perfection. Even 5 minutes of English thinking a day is better than nothing. Consistency beats intensity every time.
Let's wrap up these solutions. 1. Start small to shift from your native language. 2. Describe unknown words in simple English. 3. Track your progress to stay motivated. 4. Integrate English into your routine for consistency.
With these strategies, you'll be ready to tackle any challenge and keep moving towards fluency.
Wow, Johnny, we've packed so much into this episode. Thinking in English is a journey, but with these steps, habits, and mindset shifts, anyone can make it happen.
Absolutely. It's not about being perfect. It's about showing up, practicing a little every day, and embracing mistakes as part of the process. Before you know it, you'll be thinking in English without even trying.
To our amazing listeners, we want to hear from you. What's one tip or habit from today's episode that you're excited to try? Drop it in the comments, send us a message, or share your progress with us. We'd love to celebrate your wins.
And if you found this episode helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to Everyday English with Johnny for more tips to supercharge your English skills.
You can also connect with us on social media for extra resources, practice ideas, and community support. Links are in the show notes.
Keep practicing, keep thinking in English, and remember, every small step you take is bringing you closer to fluency. We'll see you in the next episode.
Until then, happy learning, everyone.
Bye for now.
Bye.